Welcome to another video, this time about Dalvin Cook's release from the Minnesota Vikings. It's funny. I did a video on Dalvin Cook a few weeks ago with Conan. We talked about the possibility of him being released. Now, he's really released. So, we're going to talk about it. But first, of course, if you're here, make sure to like the video, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, hit the notifications bell. Those are the best ways to support me. But other than that, let's jump straight into the breakdown. Starting with Alexander Mattison. Of course, he's the player on everyone's mind right now. I had just done my redraft ranks. I ranked it, of course, with Dalvin Cook still on the Vikings because that's what it was. Now, at that time, I had Alexander Mattison, RB31. With Cook's release, I have moved Mattison up to RB19 in redraft. I find it hard to believe that the Vikings are going to proceed with their current group. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But I moved him up to RB19. He's now the starter, and he should be a viable fantasy commodity this year. In Dynasty, I have Alexander Mattison. I had him at RB36 in Dynasty. Now I have him at RB26. He's a common trap. He's not good. He's not good. He averaged 3.7 yards per carry in 2021, 3.8. In 2022, he had 74 carries, not impressive volume, not impressive in the passing game. Dalvin Cook, the corpse of Dalvin Cook, was better than he was last year. I'm not impressed with Alexander Mattison. But he has a contract. It's a tiny one. 2 years, $7 million. It's not really much of a contract. He's a trap. We don't want him. I would sell him. I saw on the DLF Trade Finder, Hutch, co-host on this channel, said that many people were getting a 2024 first for Alexander Mattison. That is lunacy. Take the 2024 first in Dynasty. I'm going to have no Alexander Mattison in Dynasty. He's a big sell. In redraft, depends on the price. I don't know what he's going to be priced as. If he's an RB1, I'm not going to have him. If he's priced in the 20s, then I will. I have him at 19, so I could see an investment. But in Dynasty, I'm totally out. I think it's more of a one-year opportunity. Now, as for Dalvin Cook, before I had him RB20 in redraft. I was kind of backing away from Dalvin Cook. Now, obviously, I don't have him ranked in redraft, but other than Miami, most of the destinations are not helpful. If he goes to Buffalo, Buffalo uses Josh Allen as their goal line back. His 8 rushing touchdowns that he had in 2022, I'm not sure those are coming again. And then, I don't know. I've heard the Jets, the Cowboys, those are not better than he was on the Vikings as the starter. So we'll have to see. The Dolphins would be a nice landing spot. I'd probably rank him similarly to what I had him before, mid RB2 range, RB18 or so. But other than that, all the other options are downgrades. So we'll see where he goes, but I don't want to speculate that on too much. In Dynasty, I dropped Cook from RB28 to RB35. I was really hoping he worked things out with the Vikings. We know that they love to use him. Now, I just nobody in the NFL wanted to trade for Dalvin Cook. He turns 28 this summer. I just avoid players like that in Dynasty. Full stop. I'm good on Dalvin Cook, RB35. Someone else can have him. Someone else will always draft him before me. I will pass on Dalvin Cook in Dynasty. If he goes to Miami, I'll put him on the block immediately. I have no Dalvin Cook, so it's hard to sell him. But, he'll be put on the block the second he finds a new team. Now, if you're here, of course, make sure to check out the Patreon. It's in the show comments, the description of every show. And, don't forget to check out my shows with Conan. There was supposed to be one today, but this is dropping instead. So our trivia episode will be dropping tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern instead of today. And then, of course, Ask Tyler and the Patreon question shows. I haven't dropped one in a while. Again, there was probably going to be one tomorrow. Now there's not going to be. It might be pushed back until Monday, but make sure to check that out. It's kind of in the works, so check that out. And then, of course, the solo feed. I did a Justin Herbert episode. Honestly, it didn't go over that great, but I'll definitely have another one when I have some open space in my publishing schedule. And then, of course, if you want to support the channel directly, super chat, stickers, and memberships. But I always say the Patreon is the best way to support me, and you get a lot more value for it than those things. So make sure to check out the Patreon. We talked about Alexander Mattison. We talked about Dalvin Cook. The last thing to talk about really is the Vikings backups. Now, I've heard a lot of discourse about that. People said that I was stupid because I said that the Vikings have bad backups. They do. They do. I'm sorry. Ty Chandler has done nothing in the NFL. Last year, he barely played. Kene Wangu is a kick returner. And DeWayne McBride is a 7th-round pick. Their backups are bad. Get over it. Sorry I pissed you off. Sorry that you're a Vikings fan and you're a little delusional. I cannot help you. Cannot help you. Your backups are bad. So, what are they going to do? Are they going to bring in a veteran? I think so. They were 13-4 last year. They have Kirk Cousins as their quarterback, not a young quarterback. I don't think they're entering a rebuild. I think they want to compete. I would not be surprised. They saved $6 million by cutting Cook. I wouldn't be surprised if Ezekiel Elliott, Leonard Fournette, or Kareem Hunt is on the plane. Conan and I did a video about free agent running backs. I said Ezekiel Elliott has the most left, followed by Leonard Fournette, with Kareem Hunt totally washed. So for me, I think Ezekiel Elliott would fit in well. Leonard Fournette, maybe. Kareem Hunt, I don't really see it. I would like them to try to sign someone like Ezekiel Elliott. It's a good direct backup to Alexander Mattison. They probably are, honestly, are both plotters at this stage of their career. Alexander Mattison is a plotter, nothing more. And that's what Ezekiel Elliott is. So you have a like-for-like backup. If Alexander Mattison goes down, you could play Ezekiel Elliott in the same role that you were planning to play Alexander Mattison. So I like Ezekiel Elliott as a fit here. As for their backups, Kene Wangu, you can forget about him. He's just a kick returner. Ignore him. So the other two, Ty Chandler and DeWayne McBride, I think that the dynasty hype is with DeWayne McBride. Now, I would lean toward DeWayne McBride because Ty Chandler had his chance to make an impact last year. He failed to do so. So he has a stench of failure on him. I lean toward DeWayne McBride. But if I won't pay for DeWayne McBride. Both of them are just players to add off the waiver wire. So I won't have any DeWayne McBride. You're going to have to draft him in the mid-third of a rookie draft starting now or even earlier, early third. I'm not going to have any DeWayne McBride at that price. I still have him all the way down at 40th in my 1QB rookie rankings, 45th in Superflex. I have no interest in DeWayne McBride. I will pick up Ty Chandler for free. I've actually been doing that in a lot of places because I think there's about, if it's between those two, 40% that it's Chandler, 60% that it's McBride. I think based on that percentage, the value is with Chandler, who you can pick up for free. I'm still not paying anything for him, but I'd rather pick up Chandler for free than pay for McBride. McBride is overpriced. He showed no receiving ability in college whatsoever, and I don't really have much hope for a 7th-round pick. So we'll see. I also will say Ty Chandler, I think, could have a role in the passing game, even if they bring in someone like Ezekiel Elliott. Whereas if they brought in Ezekiel Elliott, it would be instead of DeWayne McBride. So Ty Chandler, I like a little bit better as a stash. But main takeaways, Alexander Mattison, big gain in value, but he's a dynasty sell. Dalvin Cook, hold him for now, but the second he signs, I would get rid of him. Get rid of him that day. Do not wait. I'll do another video when he signs. We'll talk about the depth chart he joins, but sell him that day. And then as for the backups, I prefer DeWayne McBride, but I think Ty Chandler is a better option at cost. Okay. I'd put DeWayne McBride on the block, try to get a 3rd-round pick. Ty Chandler, pick him up off waivers. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notifications bell, as I said, and check out all my future content. But other than that, I appreciate the audience. Thank everyone for watching, especially if you watched it on Premiere and we're in the live chat. And I will see you all next time. Peace.